Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Christopher Billings, and I'm here to give you guys the rundown for how bragging rights is going to happen. The way it's going to go down is going to go down just like any other typical pay-per-view, but there's this past week on the Power Plant we had a lot of unexpected events happen, and some of those unexpected events were the series of events that took place in Die Hard's match against David Seibright, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But one of the first matches of the night that we're going to have is going to be Styles taking on Zack Samararo for the Hardcore Championship. Now, the thing about that is Styles is going to be competing twice in his match. Twice in one night, I should say. He has a CCW match, and then he also has a Power Plant match that night. So those of you that are lucky enough, you'll get to see Styles in action twice. And with Styles, this was Styles' chance to shine in the Power Plant here, winning the Hardcore Championship. That's how he can cement himself and solidify himself for being a Power Plant champion, not just a CCW champion. Now, one of the other matches, actually the title just changed hands at this past episode of SmackDown. It was James Braden taking on Brick Wall in a one-on-one. James Braden came out on top, but Brick Wall had a rematch contract. The match was already scheduled to be them anyways in a $1 Million Championship match. So now Brick Wall is trying to recapture his $1 Million Championship from James Braden, which is a huge deal. And I also talked about how Alan Seibright and Kieran Douglas were involved in the tag team title match. We found out that George Moore, or Chang Gang, was involved. But who was Chang Gang's partner? None other than the returning Extreme. Extreme decided it was time to come back full time. So it's going to be Extreme and Chang Gang taking on Kieran Douglas and Alan Seibright, the tag team championships in the Tornado Elimination Tag Match. It's a big deal. It's huge. It's really huge. Now, the biggest story of it all is the fact that we have the we have the Power Plant Championship to be contested in a Hell in a Cell. Now, this will be Die Hard's second ever Hell in a Cell match. This will be David Seibright's first ever Hell in a Cell match. It's a big deal. So David wants to make a statement. This will be his third chance at the Power Plant Championship. Now, Die Hard has been the champion for almost 6 months now. He's been doing great. He's really been sticking it to everybody. But the fans and myself, we all want Die Hard to lose. We'd want to see Die Hard lose that title. So this is David Seibright's last opportunity, unless he can magically win the Rumble. But this is David Seibright's last opportunity for this year to take away the coveted Power Plant Championship away from Die Hard. Now, folks, it will be live on December 26th of 2010, so you should definitely mark your calendar, because we will see you then, folks. We will see you all then, and I hope that you all have a great holiday season. And remember, you can always check us out at www.tpp2011.webs.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Christopher Billings. Have a good night.